loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today we're going to get you clarity on what are they realizing about you. This can be your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, crush, specific person. We're going to see what has been going on in this connection through their thoughts and feelings, and if they're having any new insights or realizations about where this connection with you is going. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. It is so wonderful to have you here. Big warm welcome to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already part of the family. You know how much I love and cherish all of you. So as always, I have 3 groups for you to choose from. And we have various ways for you to choose your group today. You can choose from group 1, 2, 3, or you can pick them all and take the messages that resonate. I'll be showing you the image on each card. After that, we'll also be assigning zodiac signs to each group. So some people like to choose their sign as well as their person's sign and then combine those readings. There's no right or wrong answer here. Use your intuition and be gentle with yourself. But if you're at that place where you just want to get specific guidance on what's going on between you and your person, then I recommend that you do the live reading experience with me. I do feel that that is the most powerful reading you can do, that provides the highest level of clarity, because Spirit can answer all of your questions as they come up right there in real time. It's very healing, it's very transformative, and I love seeing you on video call. I'm one of the few people who offers this because I love connecting with all of you one-on-one. We also can video record it, and you would be surprised at how much more you'll learn as you watch it multiple times. So that's one option. The other option is video recorded readings. And if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. Now, if you're the kind of person who loves to pull oracle cards at home, I've created 2 decks, the Twin Flame Oracle, which is my love deck, which I use in every reading here on YouTube, and the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur, which is my business, money, and career deck. These are available with free shipping both on my website as well as Amazon FBA, and all of the links are in the box below. Okay, let's take a deep breath and let's see which of these you feel most guided towards. So for group number 1, we have the Dove. Take a leap of faith. For group number 2, we have Owl. Follow your intuition. For group number 3, we have Self-Reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Now we're going to assign zodiac signs. For group number 1, we have Libra, we have Gemini, Pisces, and Taurus. For group number 2, we have Aries, we have Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. For group number 3, we have Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and Cancer. So go ahead and make your choice, and we will get started with group number 1. My beautiful group number 1 that chose the Dove, as well as Libra, Gemini, Pisces, and Taurus. Let's see. What are they realizing about you? We're going to start with oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we are going to find out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading and what is their special message for you. So we have reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Quieting the mind. Strategy. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like this person right now is definitely heavily in swords energy. Like if we were to look at this energy from the tarot perspective, they're heavily sitting right now in their swords energy. There's a lot of suffering. There's a lot of introspection. There's a lot of reflection. And I feel like this person is mentally suffering right now because you may have rejected them in some way, or you're about to, or they can sense that you are not happy with the way this connection has been either not progressing or progressing in a way that you don't like. There is a bit of a panic energy as well in this. And I feel like that because of this quieting of the mind. I feel like this person is panicking and spiraling in that heavy swords energy, as in they are locked in their mind right now. Especially because for some of you, I feel like they are losing you or have lost you more recently. Either you've gone silent or you have behaved towards them in a way that they're not used to, as in you have broken your pattern of behavior with this person in some way. And this is the kind of energy, this is the kind of person who relies on pattern recognition. Like they are more analytical, they're more cerebral, they're more mind-oriented. It's harder for them to access their emotions, okay? It's not that they don't have emotions, they don't have a heart, they do, but that is much more at a deeper level where they try to solve their problems first from the mind level, not from their heart space. So they're very good at observing you, knowing your patterns, knowing the way you talk, knowing like the way you act in different situations. And so what they react and respond to are those patterns. And I feel like there's something here that your pattern with this person has shifted or changed in a way that has destabilized them. Okay, like they feel very destabilized by some sort of a shift in your behavior. And that's actually a good thing because it is forcing them to reflect. The shift in your behavior is forcing them to look in the mirror. Self-examination, illusion. It's forcing them to look at the ways in which they might be lying to themselves. They might be making decisions that are based on illusion, not reality, because they might be stuck in certain ways in their life and they're too proud or too cowardly to admit to certain truths. See, because we're getting the word distortion on this card. So there's certain things in their life that are distorted and they know it's distorted, but they don't want to admit it. So they're over analyzing, spinning, okay, obsessively thinking over and over again. They need to quiet their mind because they feel like you have seen through their distortions. You have seen through their illusions because they have illusions about themselves. And it's almost like they needed you to believe those illusions because that's how they keep the performance going. That's how they convince themselves that whatever choices they're making or not making in their life is real, it's fine, and it's not an illusion, it's not a distortion, but there is something deeply distorted about this person. There's something deeply distorted about the way they act or the decisions that they make. The choices that they make hold them back. But they see it as, oh, I'm being strategic. They try to defend their strategies. They try to defend their position. And the more they defend, the more they know that you see through it, because if it was real, if it was true, they wouldn't have to defend it so much, right? They wouldn't have to defend it with so much strength. So this person right now is sitting in their mind, obsessing, strategizing. If they have already lost you, they're trying to figure out how that happened. How are they going to get you back? But again, they're not so far coming from heart space. They're coming from the mind. This is, again, strategy, quieting the mind, illusion, distortion. This is all mental energy. This is all swords energy. And even though they feel like you are their destination, they feel like you are moving further and further away from them. The destination they seek, like this road that leads to you right here, is getting longer and longer because their choices, their denial, their illusion, their distortion is making the road towards you further and further away. And that is also making them spin. That is also making them desperate and making them obsessively go in circles around this connection. So that's what they're realizing. They're realizing that their own illusions and distortion have pushed you further away from them. Let's go deeper. What else are they realizing about you, group one? Two of Wands, Mother of Cups, so that's Queen of Cups, Father of Pentacles, that's King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Emperor. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, this person, the reason why there's illusion and distortion is because this person may be in a third-party situation. We're getting this King of Pentacles as a central energy. So for some of you, this person could be committed to somebody else, and that is why they're lying to themselves. They're living in some sort of an illusion where it's like they are still holding on to a situation that doesn't work, a situation in which they're very unhappy. Now, for others of you, it's not even them being in a romantic situation. It can be family obligations. This person might be a parent. They might have a difficult relationship with children of any age. They might have a certain level of guilt, obligation to others, but these are illusions and distortions in the sense that they might be being manipulated by other forces in their life. So even though Mother of Cups, even though now we're finally getting some emotional energy here, even though their heart underneath all of this illusion still belongs to you, okay, because this is good, at least we're getting some emotional energy here. Even though their heart fully belongs to you, and here we have the Sun's energy, you are the light in their life, okay? They rely upon your approval. They rely upon your light. That is something that they are also realizing. Okay, so especially if they have lost you recently, or if you have pulled away from them, or they thought they could live without you, so they pulled away from you because they thought, you know what, you're distracting me from my obligations. You're distracting me from, you know, whatever the choices that they think they need to make. They are realizing that their true heart still belongs to you, And that even being away from you, even if they chose it, whether they chose it or whether you chose it, they are suffering without your light. Okay, they are suffering without your light in their life. And that's what they're realizing, that without you, there is tremendous darkness. And that this darkness that they are now going through is well earned. They earned it through their own actions, through their own embracing of these illusions that are not real, but they are clinging to because of some reason that they need to, that's before they met you and before you brought the light of truth into their life. I think you represent truth to this person. They may have been living a lie for a very long time, and your presence has brought the truth. And because your presence has brought the truth, it is forcing them, Two of Wands, to do things differently if they actually want you. So now they have a choice. They actually face the truth because that's the only way to have you, or they sink back into their illusions and their distortions because they don't have the bravery, the courage that it's going to take, Two of Wands, to act from truth. And they're struggling with their need to control, Emperor's energy. They're struggling with their absolute need to control. They want to control the narrative. They want to be able to look like the good person, the person who's doing the noble thing, the right thing, the person who's fulfilling their obligations, however which way they want to tell the story. They are trying to control the story, even though they know they're losing control. That the control is slipping through their fingers. And it's interesting that we got the Emperor underneath the strategy card, because that's exactly what it is. The Emperor is the one who strategizes. The Emperor is the one who has the vision of the strategy of who controls the narrative and what is the story that is being told. So this person is struggling between their love for you, their dependence on your light, and the role that they have already assigned themselves to in some way. But they're realizing that that role is, well, they already knew this, but they know that you have realized that that role is very hollow. Okay, and they realize that you see through that, like you know the truth. Again, you represent the truth. They've come to the realization that you represent the light of truth. And they either can continue to deny that and leave you alone, or embrace the truth and have to make some tough decisions. What else are they realizing? Destruction. Pause. Romance. Outcome. Yep. So see, I feel like this person has definitely lost you somehow, okay, or is about to lose you. This is, again, their fear of losing you, even though they're the ones who are choosing some sort of other identity, other obligation, other situation. There's still a tremendous fear that they are destroying what they have with you. Okay, they're really afraid. Either they feel like they've already destroyed it by not stepping up, by living in the illusion, or they're afraid that the destruction is coming because, again, you do not accept the bullshit. You call them out on the BS. Okay, you call them out on it, and that is why they're in a paused energy right now. Again, overflowing in their thinking, not taking action, spiraling in their thoughts, trying to find a strategy, trying to figure out how to keep you or how to win you back without maybe changing their own delusions, okay? But they are realizing that there is no path forward. That if they want you back, they want the outcome of love and romance with you, that you're not going to buy the BS. You never have, and you're not going to now. So they're going to have to choose either truth with you or step back into loneliness, isolation, and stay in their illusion, whatever illusion they're choosing. So they're realizing that the choice needs to be made. And I feel like they're going to come to that decision, and it's going to be very powerful. But that's why they're sitting there with the strategy and the reflection and the panic that they're going to have to choose or lose you completely. So who is your spirit animal guide, and what is their message for you? Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. So that's what spirit wants you to do. Take a leap of faith. Okay, so if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. These are available at Amazon FBA and my website with free shipping. All of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It's absolutely free. It takes a second, and you have no idea how much it actually helps and supports the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose the owl, as well as Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Let's see, what are they realizing about you? So we will start here with your oracle cards. Then we will do your tarot, and stay with me until the end, because we'll be finding out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading and what is their special message for you. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Beautiful, uncaging. The Sun. Wow. Okay. So there's definitely a theme here around obstacles. Okay, there's definitely a theme here around your person realizing or being more aware that there are obstacles here in this connection that need to be dealt with, that maybe they have been trying to ignore. You know, sometimes we know that there are issues that need to be dealt with, but we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to confront it head on, because it requires a level of clarity and courage to do that. Okay, there's definitely something here. We're getting a wall, like a very strong stone wall here. We're getting a cage. Okay, beautiful uncaging, a cage right here. And with the Ganesha energy, we're getting clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Okay, so there's definitely, this person has definitely been feeling like in their energy, in their life, they are somehow in a cage. They're somehow in an impasse where there's a wall, there's an obstacle. So for some of you, this person might be stuck in a different situation. Okay, this caging energy makes me feel like for some of you, this person might be stuck in a physical, emotional, or both kind of situation where they don't have a way out. Now, for some of you, this could be that they are stuck in a living situation somewhere that is financial or has obligations associated with it, and they have to stay there. For some of you, this can even be long distance relationship, right? Like they feel caged in their geography, in their region, and you might be very far away from them. And they don't feel like they have the ability to leave that geographical region to come be with you or to see you. They might be stuck in a particular place. But there is definitely, your person's energy is right now very, very focused on the idea of either getting out of the cage or stopping being blocked by the wall, right? That there are obstacles that need to be addressed. Before they were able to maybe sidestep it, not confront it directly, be in denial about it, right? But I feel like over time, the obstacles, the wall, the cage is starting to feel more and more bigger and more suffocating, you know, in the sense that the more that they are loving you, the more closer they are getting to you, the more emotionally connected they are getting to you, the more the situation they're in feels like a cage. Okay? And you have become the sun. You have become the light in that darkness. Okay? This is interesting because, you know, sometimes we have recurring themes between the different groups. And in this particular reading, it feels like the sun is becoming a recurring theme. We'll see what happens with group 3, but I know the sun came up in group 1 as well. So I feel like there is a collective energy around the people that you are watching these readings for, the connection that you are watching these readings for. Those other souls, those people are somehow seeing you as a light that shines in their darkness. So these people that you're watching the readings for may be going through a dark time in their own lives, in their minds, in their hearts, and in their experience. They may be going through a spiritual dark night of the soul, and they are relying upon you to shed light into that darkness. Okay, but again, you know, for some people, they're able to do that and it doesn't take away from their own energy. It doesn't exhaust them. Some people are not able to just be someone else's sun and someone else's light without it also depleting their own energy. So you have to ask yourself that question, like, are you okay with being this person's ray of light? Are you okay with being the light that shines in their darkness? Because it seems to me that these energies are looking to you to provide that light. Okay. And so this person is realizing that they don't want to lose this light that they get from you. So they must get over, or they must deal with the wall, the impasse. There's something that is an impasse. There's something that is a block. It's a wall that they keep hitting. Okay. And they want to clear away the obstacle, or they want to get out of this cage, whatever that is for them. So take it as it resonates with your situation. So that is why right now they are reflecting and redirecting their energy. They know that they can no longer ignore whatever this is. Let's go deeper. What else are they realizing? Two of Swords, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Star, Four of Cups. Yeah. So see how definitely there is a confirmation here that this person is definitely struggling with making the right decisions in their life, especially because now you're showing up as a star on top of the sun. Okay, so first there's like this, you are that sun's energy, right? The sun right here. Now you are coming through also as the star. So there's something here that this person is aspiring to in this connection with you. You are the ideal. Being with you is that hope. It gives them that sense of hope, even if they're not able to fully be with you now. Here's another indicator of some sort of long distance for some of you if you guys are living far apart, because again, the star is also about something that is distant, you know, that is a hope, that is a dream that you're aspiring to. For some of you, this could, it doesn't even have to be literal distance like geography or long distance. It can also mean emotional distance, because we're also getting the Four of Cups. So this person is definitely struggling with some sort of emotional shutdown, okay? They're in a very slow moving energy right now. They want to move forward with you, but they are also trying to figure out how to make the right decisions to get out of whatever is this impasse. So whatever is blocking, whatever obstacles they have, they are trying to think their way out of it, but not necessarily feel their way out of it. Because look, we're not getting Cups energy except for Four of Cups, which is emotional shutdown. So instead of feeling their way emotionally to a solution to this impasse, to a solution to whatever these obstacles or blocks are, your person right now is trying to think their way through it. They're trying to logic their way through it. King of Swords, okay? So they might even be a little bit cold or distant right now because they're trying to strategize something instead of feel their way to an emotionally connected solution. And I feel like they are in that process of realizing, maybe they're not quite there yet, they're in the process of realizing that maybe the answer to whatever problems you guys might be having or challenges you guys might be facing is not coming through their mind, is not coming through their ego, but it's going to have to come through the heart, which right now seems to be shut down, the emotions that seem to be shut down right now. So right now, they're in the process of realizing that they can't solve this problem from the ego. They can't solve this problem from the mind, okay? Even though Two of Swords, they're trying to come up with a decision that is based in logic. But with their eyes shut here, they're not quite seeing the truth fully, or they don't want to see the full truth. But yet they're aiming at a solution, the way this person here is with the bow and arrow, they're aiming at a solution without actually seeing the reality of where they're going, okay? So there is a sense of a realization that is still in progress, okay? It's not like the realization is here right now. It's progressing. And Knight of Pentacles, they are trying to move through life. They're trying to find their direction. Look at this person looking at the map, right? This person is trying to follow a map to a particular location. So that's exactly what your person is doing. They're trying to find their direction in life. They're trying to sidestep or go around the obstacles to get to the end point, which is being with you. But that direction doesn't feel straight to them because of whatever the obstacles, challenges, or whatever that cage is that they are in. It doesn't feel like a straight line. See how this map is veering? It's not a straight line to the prize, which is you. Interesting. What else are they realizing? Ooh, you're their soulmate. Wow. Stuck. Blessings. Balance. Yeah. So one of the things that they do realize is that you are their soulmate. You are the person they want to spend their life with. You're the person they wish to be with. So that is a realization that has hit them very clearly and very solidly, okay? But they are stuck in something. Like I said, this is the same energy as being in a cage. This is the same energy as hitting a wall. So take it as it resonates for your situation. Where is this person stuck? And a lot of it has to do with, again, they're stuck in their mental turmoil, right? Like whatever situation externally that they might be stuck in is causing that internal lack of balance. It's destabilizing them. It's taking away their balance. And that is why they may have shut their emotions down with this Four of Cups, because they might have been emotionally engulfed, where they feel like they're emotionally overloaded. And when they feel emotionally overloaded, they feel even more stuck. And so they shut down their emotions and start relying simply on their logic, on their mind. But the mind is also full of ego. So that's why they go in this loop of trying to figure out things not through their heart, because that feels too painful, but through their mind, right? Knowing beneath all of that, that you are the greatest gift they could have ever gotten. Like you're the best thing that ever happened to them. You are a blessing, and they're terrified of losing you. Okay, so they're going through a realization process right now. They've realized a lot of things, like knowing that you are their soulmate, knowing that you're the best thing that ever happened to their life, that they absolutely cannot lose you, but they're still trying to realize what needs to be done to get out of the cage that they're in right now. And that's the realization that is ongoing, and them seeking the answers. So who is your animal spirit guide, and what do they want to tell you? Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Okay, so take that as it resonates for you and your life. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. They're available with free shipping at my website, as well as Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. It's absolutely free. It takes a second, and you have no idea how much it actually helps me and supports the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose self-reliance, as well as Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and Cancer. Let's see, what are they realizing about you? We're going to start with oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we will be finding out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading, and what is their special message for you. Jewel within a teardrop, appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Feeling the world. Magician and the mirror. Okay. So we have some really big transformational energies going on here. I feel like your person is going through a very deep kind of inner reflection, a very deep kind of asking questions of themselves and being able to look at themselves in a real way. And as a result of that, they're also looking at you in a real way. I feel like this person really wants to better themselves. Okay, there's a realization happening here where it's like they feel like they have been stuck in a pattern where they haven't been able to manifest. And it doesn't even matter whether they use that word, as in they haven't been able to create the kind of life that they want, you know? And I feel like they have all of these ideas and goals of what they wish to be. And there's something about their connection with you and their love for you, their passion for you, that is making those desires run deeper. As in, I feel like you are inspiring and motivating this person. And it's not like they didn't have the motivation before, they do, but I feel like they may have been stuck in more of a scarcity mindset, you know, and you have brought a level of wisdom that is helping them to become a bit more abundant, you know, and it doesn't even have to do with money. I feel like it just has to do with abundance in life. And this is why I feel like if there has been a disconnect between you and this person, because I do feel like maybe what's happened here is that at the core, you two are very compatible. Like there's a lot of love, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of synchronicity, but there's certain fundamental ways that you look at the world and the way you make decisions or choices that have caused some sort of an imbalance in the relationship. Okay, so that's why I feel like there's not a lack of love, but there might have been a lack of agreement or a lack of alignment that has led to some sort of disconnect. Okay, so that is why this person right now, they're realizing even through that disconnect how much they appreciate you. Because like I said, I think they're more on the scarcity side, you're more on the abundance side, although it could be opposite, just depends, take it as it resonates. But they're seeking an emotional reconnection. They want an emotional reconnection with you. They're realizing that that's what they truly want. I feel like they see you as somebody who is a beacon for others. Like, I don't know, it might have to do with the work that you do. It might have to do with just the person that you are. Again, take it as it resonates, but they do very much appreciate, respect, and admire the fact that you are a beacon for other people. You might be a leader in your field or not, or you just are a leading energy, you know, like you just are somebody that, you know, your friends and family look up to. This person also looks up to and wants to match you at that level. Like, again, I feel like you inspire them to be better because they also want to rise to this level, but they may have been struggling for a while. And I feel the reason why they might have been struggling for a while is this. I feel like there's something in this person's life or in their experience that has made them feel like they have the burden of the world on their shoulders. And it's not like literally the burden of the world, but, you know, I feel like they could be an HSP, you know, highly sensitive person. They could be very empathetic. They could really feel other people's pain, possibly. And maybe that's why they can be in more of a lack or scarcity mindset. That's a possibility for some of you. For others of you, they just feel burdened in their life by certain things. They feel the weight on their shoulders. They might also be right now feeling down about world events or feeling like they've been affected by world events in some way, either their income, their job. There's something here about your person feeling some lack of confidence where maybe they used to be a leader in their job and now they're not. They either lost that position or they were replaced, and now, like, you know, they feel like they've lost their world where they had a particular identity, and now they're looking in the mirror and trying to kind of reframe themselves, and they're realizing that, you know, you are an inspiration in that, you know, like you are keeping them in a good place, or at least you're trying to. And maybe for some of you, the reason why there may have been a disconnect that they now want to reconnect is because they've been going through some sort of a tough time where things have changed in their life. Maybe they failed in certain ways. Maybe they've lost certain amounts of money or jobs or whatever, but they're really looking in the mirror and wanting to manifest as the magician, like wanting to create something better. And they are definitely inspired by you. but they're also going through that very deep process of that internal, looking within, and what can I do to make it better? And I also feel that they are realizing that if they could better themselves in their life, in their world, then they have more to offer to you as well, because they might be very much either depressed right now, like situationally, right? Their situation in the material world might have been, making them feel very burdened and down and depressed until things get better, until they get a better position. But like I said, there's definitely some sort of a scarcity, like right now, like a scarcity cycle where they're feeling more lack than abundance in their life right now. And they're realizing that they can't stay stuck in that, and that you are an inspiration to do better. The Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Hangman. Yeah. So they know that there are decisions that need to be made that they have been maybe stalling on as well, because they're not sure what is the right path. But see, I feel like they are also very aware of needing and wanting to make the right decisions that lead to the right actions, that lead to the right outcome. I feel like this person right now is really dealing with their own self-respect. If they are wounded, if they are feeling down, if they are feeling like they don't have enough to offer to you, then that is what they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide that vulnerability because they don't want you to see them as weak. They don't want you to see them as a failure. They don't want you to see them as somebody who is struggling, whether it's with money, job loss, other obligations, any kind of weakness that they feel around their life not being what they want it to be. So right now they're super hyper focused on making the right choices, taking the right strategic actions to make their life better, because they absolutely, look at this, want to offer you their love and their commitment. Okay, I think this person wants to marry you or to ask you for a very deep commitment, but they feel that they are not ready or prepared to offer that right now, and they don't want to lose you in the process. This is a slow-moving energy, but it is absolutely there in terms of their love. They're wanting to be with you. They're wanting to commit to you, okay? But they also don't want to rush into it with nothing much to offer, okay? Or not wanting to rush into it because they don't feel that they can offer stability right now. They feel themselves to be unstable right now. They feel like they're not in a place of life stability, life security. And if they were to rush in, even though they want to make you an offer, even though they want to, secure this relationship, they don't feel like they have the stability to do so. And they might be embarrassed or, shameful to admit that to you. So they might be coming across Hangman's energy. Like they want you, but they stay away. They want you, but they're a bit distant. They want you, but they won't fully commit to it. And they're realizing that this is not going to work, that ultimately it's going to drive you away. And that is why they're so focused on taking the right action. I think they ultimately realize that if they've been kind of playing this game, and it's not like they're trying to play a game with you, but it's their own insecurities, right? It's their own insecurities about where they are in life that's keeping them kind of stuck in this limbo with you, where it's like they don't want to lose you completely, but they can't totally come towards you because they can't commit to you quite just yet, but they're not willing, or they haven't yet been able to have that open conversation because their pride gets in the way, they're embarrassed, or they don't want to admit what their struggles are. You might know what the struggle is, but you might not know in depth, right? Like you might know bits and pieces of it. What else are they realizing? Regret, processing, creativity, perception. Yeah, so a lot of this is definitely around their perception of what they can and cannot give or commit to at this time. This person can definitely be somebody who goes very hard on themselves, okay? They go harder on themselves than maybe the world would go on them. They tend to judge themselves very harshly. They tend to have very high standards for themselves, and that is why when they're struggling, whether it's financially, materially, job-wise, or whatever, they take it very hard, because I think they are their own worst judge, or they are their own worst critic. And so it's usually their perception that makes this person struggle more, their perception of themselves rather than other people's perception of them. They're realizing, though, that they do not wish to lose you because they would regret that forever. I don't think they could live with the regret of losing you. Okay, so again, see, this card says remorse, life regrets, and loss. Start making empowered choices. That's the same energy as this Two of Wands. They are trying to make exactly the right moves to get themselves into a better position in terms of life, and also wanting to make the right moves in order to not lose you. And that is why they're going through a major process. This to me is the same energy that we got here with the first 4 oracle cards, which is introspection, processing through, okay, where did this go wrong? Where did I go wrong? How can I get to the next level? How can I not feel like I have the weight of the world on my chest and my shoulders, right? What mirror, like, if can I really look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, this is what needs to be done to get myself to a better place. That's the struggle. That's the process right now for this person. They truly are committed to creating something here with you. But they don't want to just create with you. They also want to create with life, as in they want to create something inspiring, something real, something solid, something stable in life. Because that's what makes them feel valuable. That's what makes them feel worthy. And if they're struggling and they're teetering, then they feel like they're not worthy of giving you anything. They're not worthy of being with you. So this person has a tremendous desire to create and stabilize, both with you in the relationship and where they are in their life and in the world. Okay, so these are the realizations that they are coming to about you. So they don't want to lose you. They just want to make sure that they can offer you something real and something stable. So who is your animal spirit guide, and what is their message for you? Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Bring a gentle touch. Okay, so take that as it resonates for you. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. They're available with free shipping on my website as well as Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It's absolutely free. It only takes a second, but you have no idea how much it actually helps me and the channel. Thank you so much for your support and for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one.